I call to order this regular meeting of the Mount Pleasant City Commission, Monday, October 28th, 2019. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, has the roll been taken?
It has. All are present tonight.
Great. Tonight we have one presentation, a departmental presentation by Utility Billing, and I'll invite Sue Jones to come up and start.
You broke it, Sue. Come back after the first of the year.
Touching it, I thought it was a touch screen. Good evening. As Mayor said, my name is Sue Jones, and I am part of the utility billing and cashiering team. We are a team of 4, myself and 3 frontline staff. The top priority in our department is customer service. We are the only contact that the vast majority of the city residents have with the city through paying their utility bills and or their taxes. And we're really probably the first contact that the majority of the residents moving into our city have with the city by coming in and maybe signing up for a utility bill or whatnot. So it's our responsibility to make sure that they feel welcomed and that we explain all the services that we have within the city, whether it be their water and sewer bill, their curb recycling, trash pickup, large item pickup, brush chipping, and the list goes on. And we also have a lot of new residents coming into our city that are students who've never even paid a water bill or don't know how to sign up for trash pickup. So it's part of our responsibility to educate them on that process. I would say the interaction that we have with the customers is probably the best part about being in our department. So it's really wonderful to be able to serve the residents in that way. We also do a lot of scheduling for the water department. We schedule around 1,500 to 1,800 work orders every year. Anything from final reads to meter rotations to rewiring touchpads, turn-ons and turn-offs. So with the water and sewer bills, we collect roughly $5.3 million worth of revenue annually. We process over 6,100 plus water sewer bills every single month. Our customers are given the option of paying their bills receiving their bills either by mail or email. 90% of our customers elect to have their bills sent to them by mail, and we have about 10% that choose email. The options that they have for paying is they can pay in person, they can pay in the Dropbox, they can send us a check through the mail, they can sign up for auto pay, or they can pay electronically. 60% of our customers choose to send us a check or put it in the Dropbox, or actually to come in and see us on occasion, which is really nice. We have 20% of our customers elect to use auto pay, and this is a service where the customer signs up to have the city automatically deduct the bill from their bank account each month on the due date. And then the remaining 20% choose electronic, and this is where they will go into their bank and have set it up so their bank will send us a payment, or they use a third-party processor to make their payment arrangement. BS&A Online is a great tool that we have for our utility billing customers. It gives them the ability to go on and see what their current water bill is if they've misplaced their bill, or it gives them the ability to go and look and see what last month's bill was or what their usage has been for the last month. So that's a great tool that we offer our customers. Not only do we send out utility bills, but we also are in charge of sending out all the tax bills, both real and personal property. 25 million of taxes is collected annually for the city and other taxing jurisdictions. We process roughly 5,500 tax bills, plus we do an additional 1,700 copies for our mortgage companies or our bank, and we do that semi-annually. Our summer tax bills are received by our customers roughly around the 1st of July, and our winter bills are sent out and received by our customers like the 1st of December. Approximately 77% of non-principal residence mills and 89% of principal resident mills are billed on the summer tax bill, and the remaining 23% and 11% mills are billed on the winter. So as you can see, our summer tax bills are quite a little bit higher than our winter tax bills. Our customers all receive their tax bills by mail. Our mortgage companies and our banks, they have the option to either receive it by mail or electronically. 90% choose to have them sent to them electronically, and the other 10% choose to have them mailed. The options for paying our tax bills are either in person, drop box, a check through the mail, or electronically. 68% of our customers actually choose to either come in, put it in the drop box, or send it into mail. And we really see a real increase in the number of our customers during tax season that come in. A lot of them like to bring that check in and hand it, get a stamped receipt right then and there. So that we enjoy that part of it. 32% choose to pay electronically. Out of that 32%, 27% of those are mortgage companies and banks, with the remaining 5%, which is quite a low number, are our individual taxpayers. So we don't really have that many taxpayers who choose to pay their taxes electronically. Like I said, mass majority of them choose to actually come in and bring us a check. Our summer tax bills are about 90% collected by the due date, which is July 31st. And both our winter and summer are roughly at the 97% collected by March 1st. And March 1st is the date that we actually turn over any uncollected taxes to the county for collection. Just like with the utility billing, BSNAonline.com is another service that we offer to our tax customers. So if they misplaced their tax bill, they can check that out, or if they want to see what last year's was. Or if they're buying a house, anybody buying a house in the city, they can go on to BSNAonline.com and they can check out what the history has been on a location in the city. We also sell or receive payment for other city services that are offered by other departments, such as the bag tags, replacement recycling bins, large item stickers, brush chipping, permits, housing license, building permits, the list goes on. We receive an average of roughly 52,000 transactions every year through our department. So if you were to average that out, that averages out about to 200 transactions per day. Pretty much concludes my little presentation, so if anybody has any questions. Tony, yes.
You collect the burial fees and lot sales for the cemetery also, right?
That's correct, yep, we sure do, yep. Yes.
As one of the people that gets my utility bill by email and pays it online, I've always had a question about, you can pay for this month or you can hit repeat, automatic. And I've never understood that. I never do it because it's different every month. And so I just wondered what, I must be misinterpreting what the other.
If you're paying yours online and you're doing it yourself, which I think is how you handle yours, if you hit repeat, it's going to keep paying the same amount every month. So at some point you're either going to be way ahead or
That's right,
behind.
right.
Because the third-party processor you're going through is not linked to our system.
Right.
So if a customer chooses to have it done automatically every month, they would want to sign up for auto pay. And as I said before, that's where they sign up with us, and then we collect the payment from the bank account each and every month.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? No. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sue. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda tonight? Joan?
I'd like to add an item to discuss section 50-40 of the city code. It has to do with the sewer lines.
Is there a second? Commissioner Lalone?
Second.
Discussion? Vice Mayor Gills?
Being that I have no idea what you're bringing up, Tony, can you give me a synopsis of what this is about, just a quick version?
The ordinance now requires that if you have two properties, if you have two buildings on one property, and you have to replace a sewer line, you have to replace two sewer lines. The property behind me has two properties, got the front house and what was a garage apartment. Their sewer line failed, and they're in the process of digging it up. And in order to meet the requirements of the ordinance, they'll have to dig up a brand new alley that was just paved this year on a special assessment basis. And it'll never drain right after that, so I'm looking for some support to allow the manager to waive that requirement. We can have some discussion on that.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing no other discussion, all those in favor of adding, I guess this would be item 17, is that what we'd like to call it?
I think we would do it before you went into your announcement, so it'd be right after 14 is, I think, when we would want to do it.
So we'll make this item 15, and then the other items will be 16 and 17.
Just want to make a caveat that most of the time I'm uncomfortable putting stuff on the agenda just because we haven't been versed in what we
I
are.
didn't know this was happening until tonight.
Okay.
And we need 5 votes in support to put this on the agenda, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. All those in favor of adding item number 15 to discuss section 50.40 of city ordinance? Am I saying that right?
50.40.
Yeah.
Actually, it's section 51.04 if you're talking about sanitary sewer. So if we're going to have the right,
Okay.
yes.
51.04. Okay. All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those opposed, the same.
Nay.
So that motion passes with a 5-2. Okay. Any other additions or deletions to the agenda tonight? Seeing none, I will now open the public input on agenda items. If you're here to speak on something on the agenda tonight, please come to the podium, state your name, your address, and you have 5 minutes to address the commission. Seeing no one come forward, I'll close the public input. And we will go into a receipt of petitions and communications.
Under our receipt of petitions and communications this evening, you have the report on the pending items. And as I indicated 2 weeks ago, we also included a communication that provides some follow-up on some specific information that was brought forward in a couple of the communications over the last couple of weeks regarding the zoning ordinance. And we've outlined in that communication some potential items that this board may want to consider for referral to either the Planning Commission or to yourselves to review some of our existing policies. And we've outlined those at the end of the memo. So you may want to have some time to think about that, but at the next meeting, we will be looking for some direction from you as to whether you want to do any referrals of any of those items to move those through the process for review. And then the other items on the consent calendar on the receipt of petitions and communications is the third quarter investment report and the September minutes of the Airport Advisory Board.
Okay. Thank you. Next on our agenda is the consent calendar items. Are there any items that need to be removed from the consent calendar this evening? Seeing none, Manager Ridley, would you like to go through those?
Yes, we're recommending tonight that you consider approval of the minutes of your regular meeting from October 14th. And then we have 2 bids for you this evening. The first is for our stop-loss health insurance carrier. And as you know, this is an annual process in which our third-party administrator for health insurance collects bids on our behalf for this reinsurance for our large claims that may occur during the year. And as the memo indicates, we received 2 bids this year, and we're recommending approval of the low bid, which also happens to be our current carrier. The price increase, unfortunately, is 22% over what we're paying in the current year, which is primarily attributable to what's going on in the stop-loss insurance market these days. Most of the costs are going up at that rate, primarily due to items